Hello, and yes, welcome back to another live stream, guys. Now, I just want to quickly apologize because I did put out last month like a list of guests I'm having on and dates, and had some things come up at home, and I had to reschedule a lot of stuff. But anyway, we are gonna crack on. We got a couple streams left to end the year off on. Don't worry. I have a great guest with me today. I have Big Paulie booked in, and I'm going to try and squeeze a Christmas special in there like I always do. But yeah, well, that one there, we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, let me bring in my guest for today because this guy here, I've had to reschedule this guy twice. He was originally meant to be on the first episode this year, ages back. So yeah, well overdue. See how cross he is backstage already. Let's bring him in. It is Mr. Jamie Powell. Hello, mate.
Hello. Hello there.
Hello. Well, thank you for coming on after all of this faff I've had to do this year.
It's all right, mate. It's no problem. We're happy to be here.
Yeah, it's always because we've done a couple streams together, so it is really good to get you back on. And we've met up a couple times, and it's always good to have a catch up.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and I've given, like you were saying backstage, I've given Katie a good opportunity to wrap your Christmas presents up.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's always good. Well, how you been, mate? You been okay?
Yeah, not too bad. Been off for the last couple of days. Just doing my Christmas shopping, and today went to Bournemouth. I did the vlog thing, and then me and the wife went to Toby Carvery and put on about 3 stone. So fantastic.
Yes, it looked very nice actually. I do like a good Toby Carvery myself. I haven't been in about 2 years. It's been ages since I've been to a Toby Carvery. Yeah.
We don't go too often because it's quite expensive. Well, it's not that expensive, but it's also quite fattening. But we thought, why not? Why not? It was a horrible day. If can't be asked to cook, let's go out for a nice meal. So
yeah. Oh well, that's always good. I like going out for a nice meal every now and then. You got to treat yourself.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Definitely.
But you've been watching any movies lately? Any good ones?
I saw Wish, the Disney thing with Katie last week.
How was that? Because I'm gonna miss it at the cinema. But I'll watch it when it comes onto Disney Plus.
It's fine. I enjoyed it, but it's fine. It's nothing special. I would say wait for streaming. Disney Plus these days, they seem to go on there for like 3 months. So I would wait for streaming personally. It's not one of Disney's. It's not up there like like Aladdin and like Lion King, Beauty and the Beast. It's not in that league. It's all right. It's all right.
It's a bit of a shame, I think, because it's their 100th anniversary film, and I've heard a lot of people say it's just okay.
Yeah, there's lots of little nods to like previous Disney films like Peter Pan and Snow White and stuff, but yeah, they tried to be quite sort of with it, but it's all right. You can watch it, but it ain't gonna set you on fire or nothing. It's just a throwaway, really. But
yeah.
I've seen worse.
Yeah. Fair enough. Well, I was just looking at the comments here. One of the first ones we got is from Sabian's Movies and Games, and he also said, I saw Wish at the cinema yesterday. It wasn't bad, better than Strange World, but Encanto was way better.
Yeah, I haven't seen Strange World. I can't comment on that one. I missed that one. I saw on Disney Plus, so I might give that a go. Yeah. Just didn't do nothing for me, but the trailer, I will give it a go. And as for what's the other one, Encanto, I'm not a fan of Encanto.
Really? See, I really like Encanto. I really like.
Katie loved it. I just sat there going, "Just shoot this Bruno bloke." Oh dear, it was all right. But it wasn't for me. I prefer what's the other one? This Elemental. I preferred Elemental. I enjoyed that.
I like that. I did like that one. But I think I'd say I'd take Encanto out of those two myself.
But all different.
I will agree with Sabian's Movies and Game here that Strange World was, for me, it was okay. That one was fine, middle of the road as well. But yeah, I'm hoping Disney can have another really good film again, because the favorite of recent years from them, not including the Pixar ones, probably Moana. I really liked that one.
Yeah, I liked Moana. It was quite fun. I like the chicken in it.
Yeah.
But it's not the same grace of the film. But it's a good little film.
Yeah.
I liked Zootropolis is my favourite of all like the sort of recent ones. So
Mhm.
that's my
That was
favourite one of the
that
bunch.
was really good, actually, that one. I did enjoy that, and there's a sequel to that coming out, isn't there, I think?
Yeah, and a TV series.
Oh,
And they've just released a ride in I think it's Japan. I think it is. They've just done a ride. You can watch it on YouTube. So I ain't never going to go to Japan as much as I'd love to.
yeah.
It's too expensive to get there. So they've got
I'm
the Zootropolis ride there. It was really
yeah.
good.
I'm going in 2025, and I'm very excited. I don't know if I'm going to the theme park out there where they have all of that. I like to go to they've got a Nintendo World out there, I think. I'd very much like to
Oh,
go to that.
and they've got a Godzilla one as well. I think where you
Oh,
can
that's
actually you can zip line
yeah.
all the way down through Godzilla's mouth into his mouth. I would do that just for the sake of saying, if
Yeah.
this is where I'm going to die, I
Yeah.
would love to die in Godzilla's mouth.
Yeah.
That would be like, can you imagine that on the tombstone? Died inside
Yeah.
of Godzilla's mouth.
I hate things like that, like zip lining. I'd never go skydiving. I went skiing in January, and my mates took me. I'd never been skiing before, and they took me up right to the top of this mountain. It's the highest skiing resort in all of Europe. We got to the very top, and I just looked down, and I have never been so scared in my life.
Yeah, I can't blame you on that one.
But anyway, we'll crack through some of the comments here. Like I always say, I apologize if I skip over someone's comments or if we don't get to them all, but we'll do our best. So we've got Jim here saying, I saw Napoleon at the cinema on the same day as you, James, and I really enjoyed it. Didn't think it was great though, but enjoyed it, gave it a 7 out of 10. I'm pretty much on the exact same page as Jim on this one. How about you? Have you seen? I think you've seen.
I've not seen it yet. Apparently, there's a 4-hour cut coming out on Apple
Oh
Plus. I
God.
think it is. So yeah, I don't know. It just it didn't draw me enough in to go and see it.
Mhm.
I'm in hiring about it. I thought, I'll skip it. I'll wait for it to be on streaming. I know
Yeah.
these films need to be seen at the cinema, but
Mhm.
it just didn't catch my
Mhm.
interest. But yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I thought what the runtime's like 2 hours 20, I think, isn't it already?
yeah, it's quite long. I mean, the 4-hour cut though, my goodness.
I was gonna say there was some boring moments in the film as it was. I that was one of my big problems. I was like, this film needed to be trimmed down a bit. 4-hour cut.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh
No,
dear.
thanks. I'll skip that.
Can't say I blame you.
What are your top 5 favorite DreamWorks animation movies?
Gold.
Ooh. Well, for me, Shrek 2, Shrek 1, straight in there. And then I'll probably just fill the list up with the 3 How to Train Your Dragons, to be honest.
Well, yeah, they're good. They're solid films.
Mm.
I would go Shrek 1,
Mhm.
Kung Fu Panda.
That's a good one, actually. Mhm.
Yeah, I like the first one. The other two, second one's all right. Third
Yeah.
one,
Oh, okay.
it's all right. You can watch all
Yeah.
three. The Madagascar Penguins, I enjoyed that. The Madagascar Penguin film.
I actually haven't seen the spin-off one. I've seen the 3 Madagascar films, but not the Penguin one.
I did enjoy it. I had a soft spot for the Penguins. I've always liked their characters, so
Yeah.
I'm a bit biased on that. But
Mhm.
I remember taking Katie when we first started going out, going to see, do you want to go and see the Madagascar Penguins? She was like, what? Yeah,
I used to watch the TV show on them actually as when I was younger.
yeah. But I was trying to think what else DreamWorks have done.
It's just sort of all like I think they're the big continuous films there. Like there's the odd other ones like Monsters versus Aliens, Over the
Oh yeah,
Head.
that was quite good. Now I'll put that on the
Mm,
list. And
yeah,
the recent Puss in Boots was pretty good.
that was a good one actually.
I
I
did
really
enjoy.
enjoyed
That's
that.
my
Mhm.
5, I guess. I'd
Yeah.
have to revisit a few of them because I haven't seen them all for a long time. But I remember seeing Shrek for the first time at the cinema when it first came out, and I think
Mhm.
my dad nearly wet himself. He thought it was so funny. It's
Yeah.
where the wolf's in the bed. He goes, "What?"
Yeah.
I just remember my dad howling with laughter at that in the cinema.
Yeah. I do really like the first 2 Shrek films, to be fair. They're really good. Yeah, there's a nice DreamWorks box set that's come out actually, and I've just seen in the comments my friend Jack from Bring Your Own Popcorn is here, and he's got it, and it's a lovely set. It's like one of those big books, like vinyl sort of size,
Oh
and
yeah,
all the discs. Um, yeah, it looks like a lovely set. I wouldn't mind picking that up because there's a couple in there. I think you can only get them on Blu-ray in that set, like Flushed Away, which is another one I grew up
I
on.
like that. I'll enjoy that.
Mm. I remember watching that all the time on DVD as a kid. So yeah. Okay, Ethan's here. He asks, "Have you seen Lost, the TV show?"
Yes.
Have you seen all of it? Because I only watched the first season. I got a bit bored.
I think I've seen most of it. It kind of got a bit rubbish around, I think it was 4 or 5. I think I just got fed up with them being on the damn island, and then when they got off, I'm not gonna say nothing. Because I haven't got that far. But when they start doing flash forwards, because they do flashbacks, I don't mind that, and then they do flash forwards, and you don't know, is it a flash forward or a flashback?
Yeah.
It's like, stop trying to be clever. You're already clever enough. You don't need to go any further. And I thought sometimes when things go too clever, they become dumb. I don't know if that makes sense. But it's like, just stick at what you're doing. But it's a great show overall. And the ending, I predicted the ending. Well, a lot of people did, to be fair. But I do remember Matthew Fox was on telly once. I think it was Graham Norton. He said, "I know the last shot of the last episode. So you know what the final shot is." And I knew, as soon as he said that, I knew exactly what shot it was.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to show off or nothing. I'm not a smart ass, but it just clicked in my head what it would be, and it was what I expected. So but yeah, it's good. It's a good show. Brilliant. When it all started off, my God, it was huge.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I think just because I tried to watch it last year or the year before for the first time, and I think just because of the way it was made, I can imagine back when it came out, I would have loved it, but I just felt like it was really stretched for today's standards, if you know what I mean. But it was made during a different time of TV, so
yeah. But the first episode was like a film, and it was just. I remember it being really big. I met some of the people that were in it at Comic Cons, like I forget the name of the cat, Hurley, the big guy with the curly hair. Met him.
Oh yeah.
And the brother and sister, Ian Somerhalder and Maggie Grace. They've done stuff since, like Vampire Diaries stuff. So, and I think Maggie Grace was in the Taken films, I think.
Oh, okay,
I
right.
think she was a daughter. But yeah, met them too. Yeah, it was massive at the time. Oh, and Dominic Monaghan, met him as well. He was in Lord of the Rings and all that. So
yeah. Well, my friend Ryan, who is in the comments here, who I do the podcast with, he loves Lost. He's the one that was trying to get me to watch it for ages. So David asks, off the top of your head, can you name your top 3 Ridley Scott films? Where would Napoleon rank? I have a Ridley Scott ranking on my Letterboxd. I think I put Napoleon 10th or 11th. I think I'm close to 20 films on there, so it's sort of around the middle for me. My top 3: Alien, Blade Runner, top 2 easy. And even though I think this film is slightly overrated, I would still say Gladiator is
that'd be my top 3.
Yeah. I think this could be most people's.
If Magpie's watching, we've got to say Gladiator. He'll never forgive us.
He'll probably be upset that I said it was a little bit overrated, though.
Yeah, you won't be in any streams next year.
No, that's me and him done.
He's a good bloke.
Yeah. Anyone see Godzilla -1? It's not out yet here, is it?
Not yet. It's over in the USA. My friend Preston's seen it. The lucky bastard.
Oh, sorry, go on.
No, you go first. It's all good.
I was going to say, I booked my tickets last night for Monday. I'm going to the early unlimited screening, so.
Oh, there's Monday coming?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Was that only at, where was it at?
It's a Cineworld, unlimited screens.
I'm off Monday as well, and I'm not a member. Maybe I should just become a member. Just to to go see that film.
It's not too, do you know what? It's only £18 a month, and then you can walk into as many films as you like.
Well, I'm already a member of Odeon, you see.
To be fair, you have that big Odeon cinema right in the middle of Bournemouth, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah, there is a screening on a secret screening on. I think it's. I hope it's not tonight. Shit, I think it might be tonight.
Right, see you later, guys. Streams off.
I think it started by now. Yeah. I think it is tonight actually. Oh bollocks! Oh well. If they got one next Monday, I'm hoping it's next Monday. It might be Godzilla. You never know.
Yeah. No, I'm really looking forward to it because I watched every single Godzilla movie last year. Like there's like 30 something of them.
There's a lot of them.
There is. Some of them were so hard to watch because you can't watch them in the UK. Some of them you have to go
Yeah,
on some.
you have to go on streaming.
Yeah, you have to go down some.
Streaming.
Yeah. um.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I'm excited to see my first Toho Godzilla film on the big screen. I really am.
Yeah, I nearly went to see Shin Godzilla.
Mm,
They did show that in my local, but I was working. I was like, oh, but this one I've booked
mm,
off. I'm going to. It has to be done because apparently it's like one of the best. So
yeah.
to me, the title I've said to my friend the other day, the title Godzilla -1. It sounds like Godzilla's date got cancelled for the prom night.
Yeah.
The Godzilla -1.
Yeah.
The, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I got this theory in my head what it is, but I'm not going to go into it.
Yeah.
But in case it is true, it's probably not.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really am looking forward to it. I mean, I know he's peeing in his panties.
Yeah. Well, I know he's a big Godzilla fan. But yeah, no, I'm very excited. It's a good time to be a Godzilla fan in a minute. You got that. We got the trailer to the Godzilla and Kong one
That's
yesterday.
right. Got the Monarch thing.
There's the Monarch that's airing at the minute, so it's a good time to be a Godzilla fan, I'd say.
I need to watch that. Have you watched it?
I have.
Any good?
It's okay. It's entertaining enough. It's not blowing me away yet, but I have hope it will improve. To be fair,
Yeah.
it's 4 out of 10 episodes in a minute. So
Oh, okay. I might just wait for the Blu-ray and then binge it because I don't have Apple Plus, but I'm sure there's ways I can watch it. But
yeah,
I like to binge. If I can
yeah.
watch it.
I'm borrowing. Speaking of him, it's the next comment. I'm borrowing my friend Ryan's Apple Plus. He has my Now TV, and I have his Apple.
That's fair enough. That's
but
good.
yeah, I'm not going to answer.
Ryan, can I borrow it after James has finished?
I'm not going to answer his question. It's about Fortnite. How do you feel about the new GTA 6 trailer coming out? There's rumors that the trailer will drop tomorrow. I'm pretty sure it's confirmed to drop tomorrow because it's the Game Awards tomorrow, isn't it? And
oh yeah,
seems like an appropriate place to show a GTA 6 trailer.
that would get more going, wouldn't it?
That game is going to be ridiculously massive
and expensive. I bet it'd be 70-odd quid.
And the worst thing is, I won't even blink. I will buy it in an instant. Because didn't the last one make $1 billion in a day or something?
Yeah.
Somebody
I know, they do is it Twitch? And all they ever do is just do Grand Theft Auto. That's all they ever do. So much you can do with that last game. So
it was a really good game. Me and my mates have spent hours just pissing about on it. My friend SW Studios Production is here. Hello, mate. How are you doing?
Good evening. Hello there.
I'm curious to see if you've seen this film, Joe, mate. How annoying was Adam Sandler's lizard voice in Leo?
I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard good things, and I like the look of it. I think I'm waiting to watch it with a wife because she wants to see it. But at the moment, we've got a bad shift pattern, so it's getting time to watch these things. But we're going to go and see Wonka on Friday.
Yeah, I'm seeing that next week at some point. I'm seeing Saltburn tomorrow. I think it's Eileen Thursday.
Oh yeah.
And then Godzilla Monday and Wonka will be a weekday next week.
That's a good week.
Yeah, a lot of films there.
You're gonna have to let me know what Godzilla's like without spoilers.
I'm sure I'll like it. It's rare a Godzilla film lets me down, to be honest.
Yeah, I was watching one the other night, 1984 or 1985. I was watching that one the other night.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I like watching random ones every now and then.
Yeah. Yeah, I really enjoy going through my Criterion set every now and then. Just putting some random ones on. But I think the last one I watched was Son of Godzilla. Have you seen that?
Oh yeah.
So bad.
Some of them are bad. I mean, you're there for the Godzilla fights, really, aren't you? And that's usually in the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have a lot of charm about them, and they're nostalgic. So I used to have the old VHS back. I wish I kept them. But when the 1998 Godzilla was coming out, the Matthew Broderick Emmerich thing was coming out, they re-released a load of Godzilla on VHS.
Oh right.
I used to work at Woolworths, and they had them there, and I always remember going to Woolworths and seeing them on the shelf and thinking, oh, I want them. But
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you what films they were, but they were like a silhouette of Godzilla, and it'd be like one would be orange, one would be green, one would be red. Oh, that takes me back a bit. I feel old now. You were probably born when I was working at Woolworths.
Well, yeah, I was 97. I was born, so.
Oh shit, I'm old.
To be well.
I remember seeing Elf at the cinema, and that's 20 years old this year. 20 years old.
Yeah, do you know, it is obviously like I turned 26 this year, but I must admit there are things that are now hitting 20 years, and I vaguely remember them coming out now. It's like at the minute with David being back in Doctor Who, and it's like it was 15 years ago, and it was like, wow. Like I remember crying when he died or regenerated, and it's like, wow, it was actually quite a while ago now.
I'm old, you see. I remember Sylvester McCoy. That was the very first thing I ever saw Doctor Who was Sylvester McCoy. Then it was Tom Baker. They used to show repeats on BBC Two at 6 o'clock in the evenings.
Yeah.
And I always remember there's one episode with John Pertwee, and they always. My dad said that when he watched it the first time it was ever broadcasted, when it was the very first time, they had to put a warning out saying this week's Doctor Who is really scary. So you've got little ones, put them away. And they had to put a warning out. And it's something to do with the devil. They go in this church.
Yeah.
I watched it. And this little statue, like a demon statue goes.
Yeah.
That's it.
I know exactly what episode you're talking about, actually.
Oh, and I think I wept myself. And Dad said, be careful with this one. It's a bit scary one. I was like, okay. I was laughing my head off. But it's brilliant. But I love the old Doctor Who's. And but yeah, Sylvester McCoy's my first. And the re-release the reboot with Eccleston. He was fantastic. That episode Dalek is still one of the best episodes.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's my favorite Dalek episode ever. And favorite Eccleston episode, because I was watching from day one with the revival, so I've been watching all of Modern Who as it's aired. But yeah, I really liked Eccleston. I mean, Tennant's always going to be my personal favorite.
Yeah.
I love Capaldi as well. People don't talk about him as much. Loved him.
I thought he was good as the Doctor, but I didn't. Okay, I'm gonna upset people now. I think he's great as the Doctor, but I think the writing was his last series was really good when he had Matt Luke, me in it. Matt Lucas. But that last series for me was like back to like the old school Doctor Who, and Clara, she is fit, but she did my head in.
I agree.
It all came about her, and it wasn't about the Doctor anymore. It was like the Doctor was just pushed aside. And I know that sounds, maybe it's just me being silly, but I just felt like that it took away from.
I agree with you. I think I love Capaldi, but I think his first season wasn't very good. There was like 2 or 3 good episodes.
Yeah,
I liked his second season, but I really didn't like Clara in it. His last season was decent, and then it had like that incredible finale with the Cybermen, which was amazing.
Yeah, there's been good Doctor Who. Don't get me wrong. I do think Capaldi did have some good moments and some good. There's a bit where they have the 2 boxes. Got the alien race against
the Zygons, weren't it? Yeah.
Oh, that is superb writing.
Yeah.
But it's just a shame the rest of the series couldn't have been as strong as that. That's just my opinion. People I mean, Jodie Whittaker was far worse than Capaldi. Well, not, and that's not mainly because of her though. Again, she had a couple of good episodes. Overall, I would say 2, maybe possibly 3 out of how many series she did. And I know there's people out there are big fans of her, and that's all good. And I have no problem a lady playing Doctor Who. Joanna Lumley was the very first Doctor Who, female Doctor Who.
Yeah, the Red Nose Day thing, weren't it? Yeah.
Rowan Atkinson and Hugh Grant. Yeah. Wasn't Liam Neeson in that as well? I think
can't remember. There's been what's the guy Master as well. He's been in a few things. He was in Game of Thrones and Pirates of the Caribbean. But yeah. No, I could talk about Doctor Who all night. So I love that show.
Yeah, me too.
I'm sure it'll come up again. Hope your day is going well. I've had a cold watching some older Disney movies today. Oh, sorry to hear that, Cameron.
Yeah, get well soon.
David C says worst Margot Robbie movie. Well, got to be Suicide Squad, isn't it?
I don't know. I've not really seen it. What was that? Focus. I didn't go much on Focus. Will Smith.
No, that was a bit meh. I thought
that's probably my least favorite. I actually like the Suicide Squad film. Don't judge me. I enjoyed it. It's crap, but I enjoyed it. It was enjoyable crap.
Yeah. Fair enough. To be fair, I do genuinely tend to like most films she's in, to be honest. It's rare she's in one that I don't like.
No, I mean Wolf of Wall Street. Sorry.
No, you're not wrong.
She's lovely to look at. I went to see Barbie with Katie, and I would have seen it if I hadn't. So sometimes I step back and I think, would I have seen that film if I wasn't with Katie? And I think Barbie would have been one I would have seen because everybody went to see it. And
well, me and my mates went to see it. 4 blokes just walked in. All like, let's go see Barbie.
What is Barbie shit then, eh? I quite liked it. I quite enjoyed it. It's fine for what it was. It wasn't anything like major league exciting, but I think Ryan Reynolds, Ryan Gosling, sorry, he stole the show.
I agree.
Fantastic. When he took the glass off and there's another pet. Oh. Yeah. it was just my sort of humor, silly sense of humor. But
yeah.
But when Margot Robbie's doing that rollerblading, so nice. Katie likes Ryan and I like Margot, so it's all right. Both like this at the screen.
Yeah, to be fair, it was a fun movie, I must say. I actually got it right here. I got it handy. I went out and bought this with some birthday money that I got this year. So
very nice.
I'll watch it. Although I was a bit annoyed because I wanted to watch this Christmas Day, show my family, because I think my aunt and her boyfriend and stuff, they'll probably enjoy this movie. But I didn't even realise till I got home, because obviously, it's just your standard packaging. And when you pop it up, it doesn't say with a Blu-ray disc.
Oh.
So I can watch 4K in my room, but I can't watch it downstairs. So they're getting a bit cheap there with their 4Ks.
Yeah, you'd think that'd be like the Sky premiere for Christmas Day, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I think that'd be a good one to watch Christmas Day. It's just an easy watch, isn't it? But
it's something to fall asleep to after your dinner. You put it on before sleep. It really don't matter.
Yeah. Evander is here. Hello, mate. How you doing?
Bush.
It's probably gone now. That comment was about nearly half hour ago. Have any movie theaters in your area closed, or are they all doing well? Do you know? No, mine hasn't closed. But I tell you what, my Cineworld is getting so run down now. I go to the one in Enfield, and half the screens, like one side of the speakers, never work. Like when we saw the Marvels recently, there was no bass. So when someone hits nothing.
I spend enough. I don't go to Cineworld at Top Tower Park because it's too far. But the Odeon's easier to get to. But they were showing Dream Scenario with Nicolas Cage, and they weren't showing that in Odeon. I thought I have to see this film. I just want to see this film. So my friend who lives down the road from me, who's my works colleague partner, I said to him, I'm going to go see this, and he likes obscure films. I said, do you fancy coming along? And he said, yes. Okay, cool. So we went up to see it at Cineworld, and the cinema is it's very similar to yours. It's very run down now. It's been up there for years. It used to be UCI, then it was Empire, now it's Cineworld. But the speakers are crap. The picture was fuzzy. The chairs were wobbly. My chair leant back, and all the other chairs were straight. The one I picked just happened to be bloody broken. So I'm sat here like that. And it was pants. But I really enjoyed the film. The film was fantastic.
I missed that one because all the times for it now, because I have looked, because I do genuinely want to see that film. All the times are like 1 in the afternoon. It's like, well, I work till 3, so it's like I can't get to see it. So it'll have to be streaming for me on that one, unfortunately. But
it's definitely good. A lot of people moan about the ending, but I liked the ending, so it was fine with me. It didn't bother me. But I can see you saying, I love it. But they ruined it with the ending. I can just see you saying it, but hopefully not. Hopefully not. I'm not spoiled or nothing. A lot of people have said the ending is crap.
Yeah.
I personally like the ending because it was so. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right then.
Well,
I'll let you.
I'll let you know when I eventually see it. Probably next year at some point when it comes onto a streaming service, I'd imagine. Um, have you ordered the new Doctor Who box set? I don't own any of them on Blu-ray, but couldn't say no to that. Yeah, they've just brought out the
Yeah.
Eccles or the Russell T Davies era, and I haven't bought it because I've already got them all on Blu-ray. But I hear this is a nice step up in the picture quality.
Apparently there was a few faults. So I think when the previous Blu-ray box sets
Mm.
have been, like, I think it's either they were too slow. They were like
Yeah.
played a little bit too slow, or and so like the episodes would either be longer or they'd be like too fast where they're too short. I know
Mhm.
I can't remember which it is. That was one of the issues, but apparently they've sorted out all the things that were wrong with the box sets,
Mhm.
the series, and put it right, and they've
Yeah.
remastered them all.
Mhm.
So they're all nice, look nice and shiny. But I do want to get it.
Mhm.
I just can't get it till next month because it's Christmas,
Mhm.
and there's other things I need to get that I have to prioritize. £55 is a bit of a jump.
I was gonna ask how much it was because as someone who's already got the Blu-rays, I know that mine are now not as good, but I won't get rid of the set I have because I've seen pictures of the set itself, and I much prefer mine. Plus, mine's got 1 through 7, so I've got the
Yeah,
Matt Smith era in there as well.
I
Um,
I really hope that if they do this, that they re-release the following series
mhm,
and like do like the complete Matt Smith and then the complete Capaldi.
mhm, yeah, mhm,
Because otherwise you got like because on the spines you've got individuals and they've got like matching
yeah,
designs,
mm,
and I would want that to continue. I know it's OCD, right? But
yeah,
I want it to look nice on the shelf, and I want it to like this
yeah.
is this era, this is this era. So
Well, I keep hoping that when they've done all of Classic Who in those collections series, they do the modern series like them. I really think I'm asking for too much. I'm I do not think that will happen at all. But I'm really hoping it does because those classic sets look so amazing on there. I'm looking at them now when I keep talking about them because it's like the nicest thing in my room, that series.
mm. Have you seen the Paul McGann film, Doctor Who the movie?
Yes, yeah. I've met Paul McGann actually. He's a
Yeah,
really nice guy.
I got a story with him. I
Mm,
went to go and see what film was it? I think it was the Truman Show at the cinema. I'd already
mhm,
seen it,
mhm.
and across the road, Paul McGann was doing a show at the Pavilion Theatre.
Right. Mhm.
So I went into the cinema, and I was just at the looking at the posters on the cinema. I used to love
Mhm.
looking at them, waiting for the film to start. Just
Mm,
walking around the cinema, I loved it. I'm that much of a
mm.
geek. And as I stood there, this guy came up to me and said, "Hey man, what do you recommend? I need a couple hours just to zone out and watch a film.
Yeah.
What do you recommend?" And I said, "I'm going to go see the Truman Show. I've seen it twice. I think it's phenomenal." He went, "Okay, man, cool." And then we started chatting.
Mm,
And it was Paul McGann, and I didn't realise.
mhm,
And he said, "Do you mind if I sit by you?" I said, "We have a chat." And that I said, "Yeah,
mm.
fine." So we sat. I sat by Paul McGann watching the Truman Show. I sat by Doctor Who, and I didn't geek out or nothing. I knew who he
Mm,
was, but I
yeah.
didn't.
Mhm,
I was cool.
mhm,
I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine, no problem.
mm. Yeah.
It's like one of those weird memories I have. And
Yeah.
he was doing the show at the theatre, and he wasn't doing it until the evening, and he just had a
Mhm,
couple hours spare, and decided to get. He was very chatty, very
mm,
nice. He offered to buy me some popcorn. I said, "It's all
yeah.
right, mate. I've got a girlfriend. I've got a
Yeah.
reputation here, mate." But but no, he's a really nice guy, really nice chap.
Yeah.
How did you meet him?
Well, I met him at a Comic Con, but I'll say
Uh,
this about him though, like, because I sort of stopped going to well, not stopped going to Comic Cons, but I sort of stopped paying to meet the people at the Comic Cons now. But when I used to do it a lot, some of them were so quick. You just like,
yeah,
hello, hi, sign, on your way. He, because he was on the end, he had a chair there, and you'd go sit down next to him, and he'd have like a solid minute chat with you, even though he had a huge queue. So he was one of the better ones I met for
yeah.
sure. Then,
You do get these good ones.
mm,
Get people that they actually genuinely appreciate the
yeah,
fandom. You guys come to meet him but then I met Dolph Lundgren with a
mhm,
friend. My friend was going to meet him, and I said, "Oh, I'll go say hello."
mm,
He was the most arrogant asshole
Oh, really?
I've never met. And
Yeah.
I remember he was in like they have like private areas sometimes. So they have like boards up, so you can't see them unless you go in and buy an autograph.
Yeah.
My mate had some Rocky gloves to get signed up,
Mhm.
so we went in, and he sat there on his phone, like
Mhm.
just taking selfies. And we
Mm.
walked up to him, and my friend started talking, and he
Mhm.
wasn't even listening. He wasn't remotely interested. He was more
Yeah.
interested in his selfies on his phone. I thought,
Mhm.
what a prat!
Yeah.
This guy's a fan. He's just spent what £50 to meet him, and he
Mm.
can't even say hello to him. It's
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
what a prat.
Yeah,
So
it does. Some of them are like, who was it that I met? John Sim, who of course played the Master in the David era. I really struggled to get a conversation out of him. I remember I can't remember what I said now, but it was probably something to do with like him coming back in that
I
Capaldi
love
episode.
you.
I'm not quite there yet. But I said something to him, and he was just like looked up and went, "Oh, nice man," and it was it. It was like, "Oh, that's all I'm getting, is it?"
Mm.
Yeah, it's like It's like you say, you pay a fair bit of money to meet some of these, but anyway.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
David asked the best compliment and biggest criticism of the Marvels. Ooh, I haven't thought about this movie since I reviewed it, to be honest.
Yeah, it was fine. Is the word I
Mm,
use. Fine. It wasn't like the worst, but it wasn't anything. I wouldn't watch it again.
mm,
There were some good parts. I thought that the main three together, the chemistry
mhm,
worked. I thought that the villain was throwaway. It was nothing.
mhm,
I thought that the story idea was okay, but
mhm,
they didn't really do much with it. It, and the whole singing thing, but it was all right. I like musicals. It doesn't bother
mhm,
me. I just thought it was a bit weird. I thought, oh, we're going down Taika Waititi lane here.
yeah.
Um, I thought it was all right. It was all right. But it's sort of yeah. I think a lot of people are a lot of I, we could go into about this all day,
Mm,
but I think a lot of people are fed up with Marvel
yeah.
because ever since Endgame, people have kind of got that thing in their head saying that's the end now, so you're
Mm,
just continuing it to milk it, and the way they are.
yeah.
I haven't seen a single episode of Miss Marvel. I still could follow the film,
Mhm,
but I thought the girl who played Miss Marvel, she was probably the best of the three.
mm,
Um, Brie Larson, to me, she's a good actress. She was good in
mhm,
Room, but for
mhm,
me, she just seems like a bit like she's a bit more better than this one, but
mhm,
this is a bit like a cardboard box,
mm,
like a talking cardboard box. I don't know if
yeah.
that makes sense or not, but
Yeah, I mean, for me, the thing with Marvel is it's quantity over quality at the minute for sure.
yeah,
You get a good one every now and then, like Guardians 3 for
yeah.
me was really
Guardians was
good.
great.
Yeah, you know,
Spider
like
Man was good.
Spider-Man, yeah, and the TV shows, I enjoyed WandaVision a lot. I thought Moon Knight was pretty good. It's just like this Marvel at the minute, but there's so many misses at the minute. Like Ant-Man for me was really bad.
Spy Kids 3.
It was Spy Kids. Spy Kids 3 was better.
That's saying something. But
Yeah,
I
no,
haven't
man,
I
you got
haven't seen.
Stallone as the toy maker in that. That one's class.
What
Um,
did you think of before we just go on to the next question? What did you think of the recent Doctor Who episode?
well, I filmed my review of it today, actually. I'm gonna
Oh
try
right.
and upload it later, but
Oh, did you like it?
yeah, I don't mind going into it. I liked it a fair bit. I actually really enjoyed elements of it. For me, it's like this was really good. I preferred it to the first one. It was really fun. I thought it was quirky, which I love. David was amazing in it. But this feels like an episode that just should be in a regular season of Doctor Who,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
a 60th
Special.
anniversary special.
No, I get that. I get that.
But
I thought it started off a bit slow.
mm,
They got going.
mhm,
I thought it got a little silly, but
mhm,
with the whole like, well, we won't go to people might not
yeah,
have seen it. But I liked it overall. I just thought it was
mm,
just a little bit silly, a bit slow to start with. But when it
mhm,
got going, it was fine.
mhm,
Like I said, it felt like a filler episode for me.
mm,
It's like one of those
yeah,
episodes you sort of you don't mind skipping. I never usually skip an episode, but
mm,
But I mean, there was an episode of the original with Eccleston that I don't really like very much, and I think it's the second one where they go on this spaceship and all that, got the painting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one for some reason always bore the pants off me, but like I thought it was all right. I mean, I like the bit at the end. I thought.
Yeah. Oh, that was the best. That was the best bit.
And I have high hopes for the next one. So
they better do something. I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. But I am so desperate to see Capaldi again. And every anniversary of Doctor Who has always had a multi-Doctor story. But I really just don't think it's going to happen now. I thought it'd be in this weekend's one gone, where one of them might pop up. But
Matt Smith, I'd like to see back. I'd like to see Capaldi as well, because I think if he was written better, I think he would have been on top league. But I'd like to see Matt Smith come back. So I think he was underrated. He has my favourite episode of Doctor Who ever.
Oh, really? Well, my favourite Matt Smith one is the Vincent Van Gogh one.
That's the one.
Yeah, I do like that one a lot.
I remember I bawled when I saw that. And I don't cry too often at TV shows or anything, but
it's the bit with Bill Nighy in that episode.
Yeah, at the end. Yeah, where we
really
oh my God.
I don't know. I think my favourite episode of Doctor Who is probably the Human Nature Family of Blood one, the one with the scarecrows.
Oh yes.
I like that one.
When he's in the school.
Yeah. In World War.
David Tennant.
Just before the Second World War, I think, or is it before the first?
Yeah, and he plays a school teacher, doesn't he? And he's like, he doesn't know that he's the Doctor. If I remember correctly.
Goes human. Yeah,
and the acting. I mean, David Tennant. He just lifts it. He can take a bad script and make it good. Well, not make it good, but make it watchable.
Well, I'll just never forget that scene at the end where he walks into the alien spaceship and he's still pretending to be human and kind of dumb. And they just chuck the watch at him, and all of a sudden he catches it, and it's like a switch goes off. He's the Doctor again. It's like, so good, so good.
He's just fantastic. He's just
fantastic. Do you have a favorite Winnie the Pooh character? Mine was always Tigger. I mean, I've got one. If you you've got to have one.
Of course. My wife, you've probably seen her videos. She has a lot of love for Winnie the Pooh. It's her favorite. She got teddy bears, figures, pop finals, pajamas, bedding, you name it, she's bloody got it. So I've seen all the Winnie the Pooh films and even the Blood and Honey. We won't talk about that. But I will say that my favorite character is Winnie the Pooh. I know it's boring, but he's just sweet. He's just lovely. He's very lovable.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Christopher Robin. What a lovely little film that is. That's a Disney film that feels like a Disney film. But it also feels quite. I don't know. It's just a lovely little film. It's simple. You can follow the story. It's a nice film. But Winnie the Pooh, I just want to pick him up and give him a cuddle. That's all I want to do throughout the entire film. And Christopher Robin is a right dick to him in that as well.
Yeah. I do love that Christopher Robin film. We saw it at the cinema, me and my mates, and we pissed ourselves. It was so funny. But my favorite character is Eeyore.
I was going to say Eeyore. I just knew it.
It's just like when he's floating down that river in that movie, and he's like, you might as well just leave me here. So
yeah, he's great. He's on good form in that.
And going back to Capaldi, he voices Rabbit in that.
That's right, Rabbit. And Toby Jones is Al, I think.
Oh yeah, Toby Jones is in that. Yeah.
I think it's Jim Cummings doing Pooh Bear, but I can't remember the other ones. There's Little Piglet. Katie likes Piglet, I think, but I think Winnie the Pooh will always win.
Yeah. I did like Tigger a lot growing up, actually, as well, though. I will say that. And then so we're a bit late. I mentioned this guy ages ago, and it was ages ago. Jack from Bring Your Own Popcorn is here.
Hello.
He says thoughts on the menu. Watched it today. Thought it was great. Yeah, I saw that one at the cinema, and I really liked that movie. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, good film, good solid film. I found it funny. I don't know why.
No, there was some moments to it where it was like
very dark humor.
Yeah.
I loved it. Great film.
I'm surprised I felt like that one got a bit snobbed at the Oscars last year, to be fair. I was thinking, it might go up for something. And it just...
Ralph should have got a nomination. He was great in that.
He's such a good actor. He really is.
Yeah, fantastic guy.
Jim says, "Are you looking forward to Avatar: The Last Airbender?" For me, I am hyped, but cautious because of that one film we can't talk about. I mean, I love the TV show, but
Yeah.
this is Netflix,
Well,
so
it'll be better than the film.
absolutely.
It looks better than the film, and if that's a win already. I remember I went to see that in 3D at the cinema,
Cool.
and the 3D didn't work.
No,
If it was on, it was awful 3D, and so I
yeah,
complained to the manager and got free tickets to go see another film. So I consider that a good win because it was pretty dire.
yeah,
The acting, I mean, M. Night Shyamalan, have I got that right? He I won't say what I usually call him. He dropped the ball on that one. I thought that's a different choice, but yeah, I'd be interested to see what he does with it. And he didn't do a good job at all. Everything about it fell through, sadly, because I liked the cartoon. I thought the cartoon was funny and good story and characters and all that. And this was just not that. So,
no,
but yeah, I'm going to watch it.
yeah.
Like everything else, I've got so much stuff to watch. It's finding time to watch it all. Too busy making videos.
I'm the opposite lately. I haven't been making any videos lately. I need to get back on that. But to be fair, I haven't been watching loads of movies lately. I have been watching a lot of TV lately. To be fair, I've really been into watching my TV shows because normally I'm logging like a film or two a day on Letterboxd, and I logged my first one since I saw Napoleon in the cinema last week today. So yeah, quite unusual for me. Did you see the new Mad Max trailer? What are your thoughts? The Furiosa one.
Looks good.
Yeah, I loved Fury Road, so
Yeah.
I'm very excited for this film.
Yeah, I'm the same. I echo that. It looks great. I think somebody did point out that the CGI doesn't look quite the same as the CGI for Mad Max Fury Road, but you know what? People like to pick anything at everything these days. Oh, that don't look right.
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake. I'll watch the trailer looked good. I'll watch the film and I'll let you know what I think. That's it. And even if the trailer looked crap, I still go and see it because I like the last one, so I'd give it a go. You know, you can't judge a book by its cover, and you can't judge a movie by its trailer.
Exactly. There are some films that have, awesome trailers. The last Matrix film, and then the film comes out, and you're like, "Wow, that was just not very good." And then you get films that have amazing trailers. Like for me, I remember the first trailer to Age of Ultron. I was like, "That was incredible." Then the movie comes out, and you're like, oh, "That wasn't great." It's like,
yeah, I was really hyped for that. I thought the villain was going to be amazing. I thought this is a great idea. The villain's not going to care because he's a robot, and I was kind of bored.
Yeah,
I thought this isn't, I don't know. I found it boring. I don't think it's bad, but it was just I was bored watching it. And I think it's one of my least favorite Avenger movies or Marvel movies. I know it's very popular, but I remember the first time. I don't shoot me for this. I'm going to get a lot of flack. But the first time I saw The Winter Soldier, I nearly fell asleep.
Yeah, that's a bad take.
Yeah, it is. I need to rewatch it. I remember the bit of the lift, but I just finished work, and my mates were like, "Let's go and see Winter Soldier." I was like, "Oh, right." So that might play a part in it. I'd done like a 10-hour shift, and half an hour later, I'm sat in the cinema at like 10 o'clock at night. Watching The Winter Soldier. I regretted it. So that might be the reason. I might have found it boring because I fell asleep. I was making up my own film in the head.
That might be my favorite Marvel film. That one. So, MCU.
I'm sorry.
But
oh dear.
yeah. I'm trying to think if I've ever fallen asleep during a movie. There's been a couple where I have been super bored, and funny enough, the new Matrix was one of them. So I remember I saw that like a couple days after Christmas, and I was just sitting there like, wow, it was like my last film in the cinema that year it come out, and I was like, this is the last one I'm watching this year. What a way to end it.
I remember I fell asleep. I don't fall asleep in cinema ever. There's only been 2 times. One was Captain America, and the other time was an animated film called Rise of the Guardians. I think that's DreamWorks.
Oh, yeah.
It's like Jack Frost and
Yeah,
Star
yeah, I
Wars
know it.
Easter
Yeah.
Bunny and all that. And I really wanted to watch it, and I was really enjoying it. But it gets about halfway, and I got off.
Yeah.
I remember I spent an hour walking up to the cinema to go see it. I got my ticket. I sat down, and after about half an hour, I fell asleep. And next thing I get prodded by somebody who works. Excuse me, sir. Film's over. I'm like, oh shit! And I had to walk home for an hour. That was 2 hours walking just to watch half an hour of a film. Never again. And then I bought it on Blu-ray to watch with my mum and dad. We put it on, and I fell asleep again. I fell asleep in the chair. I've never seen it all the way through.
No, it's just not meant to. You're not meant to finish that film.
I will watch it all the way through because it was good. What I saw of it, I was really enjoying. But I've just never made it all the way through.
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it? That's weird.
Yeah. Jack says the DreamWorks set is beautiful, and he's not put one of the discs in his set yet. See, I'll say this is a thing I've tried. I've made sure I do this year, and I've stuck to it really well. If I buy something, I watch it, or else I don't want to feel like I'm wasting my money. Even when I like for example, I will get the Marvels when it comes out because I have every MCU film, so I will stick that in the player and I will watch it one more time.
Good luck to you.
Yeah. What are 5 movies you remember watching on loop when you were a kid? God, well, for me, it was just I can't say a specific movie, but I used to watch Star Wars on repeat. I used to watch Doctor Who on repeat. Pirates of the Caribbean was another one I used to love growing up. The original 3, just watching them over and over. I'm trying to think of what other ones actually. They were like my main 3 things growing up.
For me, obviously Ninja Turtles. The Goonies. DuckTales the movie for some reason. I was obsessed with that film.
I haven't seen that one.
It's nothing special, but I'm a kid, you know.
Yeah.
When you were watching when you were a kid. That was one of them. What else? The Burbs with Tom Hanks. Used to watch that over and over and over and over and over. That's a good one. Have you seen that?
Yeah. I've seen that. I've got it. It's right behind me here somewhere in my Arrow video collection.
And there's so many though. I mean, Jurassic Park was another one I used to watch over and over.
That was one of mine as well, actually. Jurassic Park.
Rover Dangerfield. Nobody's ever heard of that.
Yeah, there's my Burbs. There it is. My Burbs.
That's the one.
Do you know what? I bought this in HMV like 3 years back because I went in there to get another film and it was like a 2 for 12 thing. I was like, I need to find another movie. And I saw this. It had the reversible. I flipped the artwork around. It had this one on and I saw Tom Hanks' name and I was like, oh, Tom Hanks. Yeah, I'll grab that. I'd honestly never even heard of it. It was like a complete random buy. And I loved it. I thought it was such a fun movie.
It's great. I remember seeing that the first time it was shown on TV. And it was just something that me and the mum, my dad, my brother, we all watched over and over and over. It's so funny. It's so I could quote it. I could, as soon as it starts. It's the music as well. It's so stupid. Like the little dog runs on screen and goes, woof 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 woof. It's like what?
Yeah.
It's just quirky. It's I remember the bit with the bees. They go up to the house and they knock and the bees come out and they chase them with the water and
yeah. There's a charm to movies like that which will just never be recaptured.
No, it's just part of its time and it's a great film. It really is. I love The Burbs.
Yeah. Dave says underrated Ridley Scott film. Mine are Body of Lies and Exodus of Gods and Kings. Ooh. I don't know. I'm off the top of my head. I'm trying to figure one I like that not many people else seem to agree with. I really liked Prometheus.
Yeah, I was going to shout that one out. You beat me to it.
It's a shame that it dived bomb with Covenant for me.
You know what I call that? I call that Galian.
Oh, God, the scene. There's a guy on YouTube called Ralph the Movie Maker. He's so good at reviewing films. and he reviewed Covenant, and he was like, "It is the most unintentional gay film you'll ever watch." And then it cuts to him with the flute going, "You do the blowing, and I'll finger." And it's like, what the hell were they thinking with that script?
Yeah, it's just yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
Yeah,
I liked Prometheus though. I saw that midnight screening. Yeah, loved it.
no,
I
that is.
stayed awake through that as well.
I do you know, maybe The Last Duel, does that count? I think people liked it, but no one saw it.
I ain't seen it yet. I've got it to watch though. I think was it Big Paulie, or I think Big Paulie sent me that to watch. I've seen it.
For some reason, they chose to shove, what was it, House of Gucci down our throats the year those two, because he had those two films out like within months of each other, if I remember correctly. And it's like, I really feel like they advertised the wrong one there, because I thought Last Duel was a lot better than House of Gucci myself.
I haven't seen House of Gucci either.
It was
didn't fancy it, but Lady Gaga's in it. I like her as an actress, so
yeah,
it was. I might watch it one day.
Yeah, it was all right. Jared Leto was awful in it, but
hey, what are you talking about? Huh? I've seen clips.
Oh, yeah, it's so bad. It's so bad.
He's the most underrated actor going today for me.
No, no chance.
Oh, it's Jim Jam.
Yes, yeah. I still keep waiting for my video to come up with Jim Jam. He done what is it? The movie recommendation things.
Oh, Pick the Flick.
Yeah, I filmed a clip for him about feels like a year ago. I'm still waiting for my episode to come up.
Okay, I think there's one next week, so there's one every week, so he's got a few left, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm looking forward to it. James, please review the Twilight movies. I'm going to be completely honest. There's very few series of films I haven't watched now. Like, in terms of the big ones, I've watched most of them. Like, you know, the continuous films. I haven't done Twilight, and I have checked a couple times to see if it's on, like, because I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it because it'll have to go in my collection, and I don't want to spend money on Twilight. I'm waiting for it to go on Netflix or Prime, and I won't review them on the channel. I'll review them on Letterboxd because I'm also not going to let my channel have videos taken up by Twilight.
I tell you, I've seen them all at the cinema. I had a girlfriend at the time, all right? So, I can tell you my thoughts of them. The first one was fine. Second one, okay. Third one, yeah. Fourth one, yeah. Fifth one, yeah. So they're all right. I mean, they're very overrated. My girlfriend was jealous of me at the time because I've actually met Robert Pattinson. He used to be in Harry Potter. And he was at a convention, and I chatted him for ages. He's a bit weird. But yeah, I remember she was jealous, but I thought they were okay, overrated again, but it's just love triangles. It's one of my least favorite movie tropes where there's one girl and two guys, and she doesn't know which one to pick. I get fed up with that so much.
Yeah.
So for me, that's like, and another trope that winds me up is like the Armageddon effect. I call it. It's like you have at the end of the film, I'm going to save the whole world by killing myself. Somebody's got to be left behind. Press that button so you can. So I hate that so much. I hate that. I hate it because it's so cliched. I hate it. They even done it recently in The Creator. What a great film! And then they just go, right, you're gonna live, I'm gonna die. Bye bye. Like, oh, for fuck's sake! Spoilers. I'm not saying who or what, but yeah, I hate it. But that's just me. Grumpy old man syndrome.
Oh no, I'll get round to them one day. As I say, I actually have, as I say, looked for them. So, but you know, I ain't praying for them, and I ain't having them on show here, so people think I like them.
I'll send you a poster, put it up on your wall.
It won't be going up on the wall. I promise you that.
You start a bonfire with
it. Mr. Millership asks thoughts on biker mice from Mars. I've never even heard of this. So if you've heard of it, Jamie, this one's all on
I have
you.
heard of it.
Yeah.
I'm older, so I remember the show. It was basically a knockoff of Ninja Turtles. It
Mm.
had like killer sharks was one of them, like a teenage killer sharks or something. And then you had biker mice and Mars,
Mm-hmm.
and it was all right. It was basically mice that rode motorbikes that came from planet Mars.
Nice.
It was all right, you know. It was back in the 90s. A lot of stuff went down in the 90s. I remember things like Brave Star and what was the other one? The great underrated Disney show called The Gargoyles.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't heard about a movie. There's some thoughts on the Biker Mice and Mars movie. I'd watch it because nostalgia and why not? But yeah, I haven't heard of the movie. That's news to me, so I'll be looking that one up afterwards. Jim Jam, send me a message about it or something.
Well, he also asks as well, last film that took you by surprise.
When we went boom, made you jump, or I really liked it.
Do you know what? I would actually say the film I watched today, because everyone told me it was awful. I've really been wanting to watch. It's a Prime movie. It's called A Very Murray Christmas.
Is that with Bill Murray?
Yeah.
And it's like a fly on the wall sort of Christmas thing.
Everyone's told me it's awful. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't great or anything, but I watched it. I was like, this is just really charming. This is like I was expecting a bad movie, and I'm having a good time with it.
I couldn't tell you, to be honest. There's nothing that's made me like go, oh, that was it. I think Wish maybe because I was expecting that to be awful because everybody said it was poo. I actually enjoyed it. I guess that's it, really. I can't really think of much. Like I said, not really seen a huge amount. Excuse me. But everything I've seen has kind of just been fine.
I'd say one which actually maybe surprised me this year a bit was Blue Beetle. I thought the trailers were awful. I was like, I don't care about Blue Beetle. DC at this point for me are dead in the water. It's like this is going to be such a lot of crap. I was like, again, it wasn't great or anything, but it was like that was okay. That was fine.
It was all right. It was all right. I really liked Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. That was like better than I thought it was going to be, and I didn't have like doubts on it. But after the last one being so damn good, and you think, hey, how are they going to match it? And they almost top it. It's like, well done.
Yeah, I mean, I love that film. I think both of them films are just top tier. They're my two favorite comic book films. I love them. Sabian asks, have you seen the trailer for the Ted TV series? It looks funny. Yeah, I had no idea this was being made. All of a sudden, a trailer just dropped. I'm like, oh, okay, there's more Ted coming, apparently.
Yeah, looks funny. I'll give it a go. I like the film. The first one. Second one's okay. Got Ninja Turtles in the second one, so I don't mind that.
Oh, they do, don't they? He dresses opposite, don't he? Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll watch it. Looks quite fun. I mean, I don't have a problem with out of breath Wahlberg being in it. He's out of breath, doesn't he? He's like,
yeah.
What are you doing, hey? Hey, what are you doing? Oh God, God, I need a beer.
I don't know. I find him really funny.
I like Wahlberg. I like him. I remember seeing him in Planet of the Apes at the cinema, thinking, he's feeling out of breath in that as well. He's always out of breath.
Yeah, he's a funny guy, Mark Wahlberg.
Did you see him on Graham Norton when he was stoned, or he was?
He was hammered, weren't he? I think.
Yeah,
it was just so. Yeah.
It was funny to watch, though.
Yeah, I remember because the following week Graham Norton opened up with like, all my guests are sober this week. Jim Jam again. He says, "What's your worst Christmas movie?"
Oh,
do you know what? This is easy for me because, like, I can just go to my letterbox and go to my Christmas list, my Christmas ranking, and I can tell you the one that I have in last place is from 2021, and it is Home Sweet Home Alone.
I haven't seen that yet. I want to watch it because I love the original, but I've seen the reviews, I've seen the trailer. It's like, but I guess if I was actually to be honest, the worst Christmas film I've ever seen is Home Alone 4.
Yeah, the one where they got the remotes is like door open. It's like, dude, just open the door.
It's diabolical. It's
Yeah.
just embarrassing. French Stewart, what were you thinking? Oh.
Yeah, it's a bad movie, but I think the new one's worse.
Oh God.
Yeah.
There was Home Alone and Heist or something as well, wasn't there?
That's the only one I haven't seen. I know there's one between 4 and the new one. I haven't seen. I'll have to watch it so I can say I've seen them all.
Yeah, I think I put off the new one. I know Buzz is in it, isn't he? Is Buzz in it?
Yeah, yeah, and he's playing this. Yeah, the guy's playing the same character as well, so it's like happens in the same world as the
Is
first.
Macaulay Culkin in it?
No.
No. Okay.
But I
Yeah,
don't.
makes sense.
Yeah, it's terrible. Jim says you should do a bad movie review of The Last Airbender. There's 2 reasons why that's not going to happen. Number 1, because I'm don't do that series anymore. Number 2, because it means I'll have to rewatch the movie because I remember nothing about it. What film franchise would you love to be rebooted for a new generation? Oh, that's a good question. Have you got one in mind?
Critters.
That's a good shout, to be fair.
I love the first 2. I don't mind the third one, but everything after that was a bit meh. But I would like to see like a proper 18 certificate comedy horror version of it. I mean, it is what it is. The first one is just sublime. I love the original Critters movie, but I would love to see like a proper done right. They've done it a few times. They tried to reboot it. They did like a mini series. They did Critters Attacks, and that they were both pretty awful. But yeah, Critters would be a good one. I think they could do a lot with that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean the first film had Lynn Shay in it, which I didn't realize until fairly recently.
I couldn't believe it because I watched the first 4 last year because I'd never seen them before. I couldn't believe it that the third one was had Leonardo DiCaprio in, didn't it?
DiCaprio.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, wow, I've seen him give a bad performance finally.
I had the same haircut as him in that as well at the time.
Yeah.
I actually had hair at one point, you know.
Yeah.
I had the curtains. Oh God,
Yeah.
what was that thing? I've seen photos of me from back then. It's not good. Not good. But yeah, I liked Critters 3. I thought it was all right. It's not anything amazing, but Critters 4 really went.
I was gonna say the 4th one was the one I remember being particularly bad. I can't lie. I don't think I was a fan of 3 myself either. But
no, it is the weak, not the weakest, but it's when it's not not par. First 2, fantastic. First one especially, but Billy Zane was in the first one as well.
I can't remember. Yeah. I think for me, this sort of sprung to mind really quick, and I love the majority of the films. And there's actually a TV series that's just died, which Jason told me about, and I've watched it, and it's really good fun actually. I'm gonna say Gamera. I would love some more Gamera movies, some modern ones.
Yeah, I had the box sets of that, but I decided to trade them in because I needed the money at the time. And I think the first box set, they were very mixed bag. Some of them felt like they were kids' films, and they're entertaining. Don't get me wrong. I think they have charm. But the second box set, which is I think it's High Sea Area, I think it's called.
Yeah,
I could be wrong. Don't get me quoted on that.
That's all right. I can. I've got it right here. I think it's the High Sea Area one's the second one.
That is definitely the better of the two. Box sets. But yeah, I think they could do a good Gamera. I know there's an animated show that's dropped on Netflix.
That's the one, yeah. I because my last stream was with Jason, and he mentioned it.
Yeah, actually, that's probably where I heard it from.
And I was like, "Oh, that's out, is it?" He was like, "Yeah." So I went and watched it, and do you know what? The first 2 episodes were a bit slow. I was like, don't know about this. It got really good. It really upped its game.
Oh, cool! I will check that out. I put it on my list.
Yeah, it's only 6 episodes. It's only 6 episodes, so it's not
Oh,
too.
thank God, because
Yeah.
there's a series I've just found, and I can't remember the name of it. It's on my phone,
Mm.
but I'm on my phone talking to you now. But I'll send you a link to it later. It's on Netflix. It's about like a samurai, and there's this
Oh,
little
I
girl.
know what one. I can imagine what one it is. It's I've seen a few people talking about this lately, I think.
Yeah, I want to watch that. And then I
Mm.
was like, oh, I'll watch one of them. First episode, hour and 12 minutes. Oh my God.
I've actually been enjoying going back to some of my favorites lately. Like, I'm just doing the first season of Westworld because that to me is still the best debut series a show's ever had.
I've still seen it.
So good. So
I
the
got it
first
then.
season of Westworld is unmatched. It's so good. But I'm gonna do Band of Brothers next, and then I've already seen Band of Brothers before, but I'm gonna go back and do that again. And I'm gonna do the Pacific up to the new, I forget what it's called, but there's another one coming out, isn't there,
Yeah,
by
yeah,
Spielberg and Hanks and that team.
yeah. They're great series. That and
Mm.
Pacific, great series. Band of Brothers, especially out of the
Yeah.
two. I think Pacific's good, but
Mm.
Band of Brothers was just really they capture that. It's
I
like Saving Private Ryan, the series, basically.
Yeah. I haven't seen all of the Pacific, so I tried to watch it after Band of Brothers. I think I done 2 episodes and because I'm sure it's really good, like when like the whole thing. But coming off Band of Brothers, I was like, this just ain't it.
Yeah, no, I get that. I get that completely.
Mm.
It's worth watching to the end, but Band of Brothers is one that you can rewatch quite a lot.
Yeah.
It's good, just good film. Well, not filmmaking, but you know what it is. You know what I
Yeah,
mean.
yeah. But that's my next one to go back and watch. I'm quite looking forward to doing it. 'Cause I haven't seen it in years, so
Mm.
um I picked up Oppenheimer on Blu-ray yesterday. Still need to watch it. Well, very good film that. And it's on my Christmas list actually, the 4K of that. So hopefully I might end up with that one myself at some point.
It's good. It's a good film.
Mm,
Very well made. And yeah, great film.
yeah.
It's not a film that I would watch over and over though, but
Mm,
that's just I'm getting picky now
mm,
because I've got so many films and I don't have enough space.
mhm.
So I want to pick films that, as much as I really think it's a great film, I don't see myself watching. Oh, I know, I want to watch three
Yeah.
hours of somebody making a bomb and talking for 3 hours. I think but it's all jokes aside, some of the best films don't have action and all the rest of it in it. 12 Angry Men. Have you seen 12 Angry Men?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's here somewhere as well. Actually, here it is, right here.
Criterion. Yeah, that's the
It
one I
is.
got. It is. Have you seen it? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've seen that
Oh,
film. Yeah. Mhm.
what a film! And that's all talk. That's just men in the room talking. But
Yeah.
it's brilliant. It absolutely. It's just edge on seat stuff, and the writing, the acting. Oh,
Mm. I need to go back and rewatch that one actually, because I must have watched it in like 2019 or something. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but yeah, no, that is a great film. The one set location because it is all in one location, isn't it?
yeah, yeah. Pretty much in in a room.
I think some films really struggle because there was one that I used to it used to always be on telly. I think it was called Carnage with John C. Riley, um,
That rings. Oh
Christoph Waltz
yes,
was in
Kate
it.
Winslet
Yeah,
and Christopher.
Christoph Waltz. Yeah,
Yeah, that's it.
love.
Christopher
I
Walken.
think I probably watched it for him. I think he's just so good. Um, But I just remember that being so painful in one location. That
Yeah,
film, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad film, but it was just like there were so many times where they were like, "Oh, we're gonna go now," and they were literally just about to walk out the door, and something pulls them back in, and it was
yeah.
like it all felt so unnatural. Whereas I remember 12 Angry Men just being the complete opposite.
Yeah, well, it's a jury and they got to make up a decision, so it made
Yeah,
sense they'd be in that position for that long.
yeah,
There was a film very similar, well, not to Carnage, but not the same sort of story. It's
mhm.
called Rope. It's an Alfred Hitchcock film, and it
Oh,
stars
oh,
Jimmy
I've seen it.
Stewart.
I've seen it. Mhm.
I've
Yeah.
seen it. I watched
Mhm.
it. Oh, it's good. Good
Mm.
film.
Yeah,
Good film.
I did really enjoy that one. I do like I must say I do like my Hitchcock movies. He's got some good stuff.
Itchy cock.
Yep.
Sorry.
Uh, no, no, you're completely fine, mate. Unless it is itching, then
Hang on. Oh, that's better.
yeah. Are you gonna watch a new Chicken Run? Yes, I've got a
Yeah.
really good friend called Owen who he moved away about 6, 7 months ago, and he's been working on the movie. He's been to the premiere and everything. He tells me, actually, I've got another friend. I'll talk to you about it more a bit backstage because I won't be allowed to say it online. But he's worked on the new Ghostbusters.
Oh,
He does special effects. He's worked on a few big films. He worked on Ant-Man last year.
well, we won't hold that against him.
No, but he joined. It's funny. I was speaking to PlayStation the other day. I said, "Oh, you done any films lately? Something like that." And he was like, "Oh yeah, I've just finished work on the new Ghostbusters." I was like,
"Oh, we're talking about that after this."
Yeah,
that's my most anticipated film of next year. It was this year, but now it's next year after Turtles.
Yeah, I had a feeling it might be. But yeah, no, I've got another. I've quite a few of my friends actually work in the film industry, which is quite nice. But yeah, he's just worked on all of Chicken Run. He's been to the premiere. He's given it 5 stars on Letterboxd. So yeah, I'll be watching that.
It looks fun. I'll give it a go. I think I grew up on Wallace and Gromit. It was like the Christmas thing you look forward to.
Yeah.
And what Wrong Trousers was pinnacle Wallace and Gromit. It was just, I remember just laughing from start to finish. It's the Gromit the dog steals it and he doesn't say a word. It's all in expression, and it's all done from clay. It's all done from. You can see the handprints in the clay sometimes, but it doesn't matter. The writing, how he comes up, Nick Park, how he comes up with all this stuff. But I mean, to be honest, the later stuff has not been great, but I still enjoy it. There's still charm to it. I mean, Shaun the Sheep movie, the first Shaun the Sheep movie, I had the biggest belly laugh. Me and the wife, it was our first Valentine's Day, and we had the choice of going to. We went away somewhere, then we had an evening spare, and I thought, it's pissing it down. It's February. It's pissing it down outside. Let's just go and see a movie and just chill out, and we can do stuff tomorrow. Yeah, that sounds good. What's on? 50 Shades of Grey or Shaun the Sheep? So Shaun the Sheep. And there's a bit where I won't keep it too long. There's a bit where Shaun the Sheep is making a deal with, I think it's a duck, and he goes to pay him with slices of bread. But he gives him like 3 slices of bread, and that goes. It rolls his eyes and gives him a couple more slices of bread, like it's dollar notes.
Yeah.
I went in the cinema. It hit my funny bit, and everybody turned to look at me like. But it really hit. I couldn't stop laughing for 10 minutes.
Good. I also grew up with Wallace and Gromit on the TV a lot, so I very much like and appreciate that type of humor, I must say. When are you two legends meeting up again? Well, I think. Oh no, the meetup was over the weekend, wasn't it? A few of you.
Yeah, Friday. Last Friday. It was nice. There'll be another. There's always going to be meetups, you know.
Yeah.
Not everybody can always make every meetup. It's just the way it goes. The last big meetup was Brighton. That was the first time Kermit's Ghost met Big Paulie.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it was a good. It was a great meetup. It was a great. I was very overwhelmed because it was for my birthday, and I didn't do it because of my birthday. I just thought, well, it'd be nice just to see everybody for my birthday.
Yeah.
And it was just, it's always find it overwhelming, and but it was I want to do another meetup again next year. So I will be organising something in the new year for summertime, I think. I'm gonna go for summertime. So I want to get Lisa. I want to meet Lisa Loves. Lisa Loves is such a fan. Do you know Lisa?
Yes, I know Lisa. Yeah,
great channel. Very honest with her reviews and stuff, and she knows her stuff. And family are great. Family are absolutely great. Isaac and Darren, they're all just a great bunch. But I want to meet them. So yeah, there's I want to meet Jamie Batman Smith. He doesn't want to meet me though. He wants to meet Crazy Jay.
I had a feeling he would want to meet Crazy Jay out of the two.
Do you know? He is such a lovely guy, and he sends me voice messages and messages all day, every day. And it's always, "How's Crazy Jay?" I was like, it's me in a wig.
Yeah.
But But yeah,
No, he is a top guy.
yeah,
I must, yeah. I mean, I've only done the one meetup really. I mean, I've met you a couple of times actually now, but like
yeah.
in terms of the big group ones, I've only done the one. I think I've only done the one. Yeah, I have. Yeah,
That's with was that with
yeah.
Kermit and Blue Justin?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they're
So,
good. They're good. But yeah, we'll do another one soon.
yeah.
And it's just sometimes you kind of Bournemouth. It's just nice to say hello and
Yeah, I mean, if there's one in London on the weekends, that's normally more ideal for me. But and it doesn't seem that they happen in London very often.
no, I missed you by like about 10 minutes. I think in London when I went to see
Oh,
Back to the Future back in London. You went to Forbidden Planet. I went to Forbidden Planet. And
yeah,
we must have missed each other.
yeah.
But
I can't remember what I was doing. I think that day I was up London for. I think that might have been when I went to see Return of the Jedi, and
okay.
me and my mates we went in Forbidden Planet, and then I saw on your story, if I'm correct or something, like you were just in there, and I was like, oh, just missed him. We didn't end up seeing Return of the Jedi because we had like an hour or two to kill. So we were like, just go in a bar, have a drink, we'll wait. And then we're like 4 pints in, we're like, let's blow the movie off, let's go to another bar.
Oh dear. Let's go home and watch it.
Yeah, we know. So annoying because I'd watched A New Hope and Empire in preparation. I was like, I'm all ready to see it. And then I didn't end up watching it. Um, I watched both Good Burgers, BK to
Back to back.
Oh, back to back. I'm I'm rubbish at this. Okay, fair enough.
I saw the second one recently. I saw the first one at the cinema, and I thought this is going to be awful. To be honest, these sort of direct to TV, but I actually thought the second one was better.
Yeah, fair enough.
But
yeah,
people watching it, they haven't seen Keenan and Kel, they've not seen Good Burger, and they watch the second one. They ain't going to get half of it. They ain't going to. They're going to think, "What is this?" But if you know it, you'll like it, and I liked it. So I'm glad he liked it, old Jim Jam. All right, Mom, how you doing? All right. I always have to do that just to wind him up.
Well, hopefully it got him. Oh, by the way, before just so people know, we're gonna wrap up in about 7 minutes because we're getting to 9 o'clock, and I'm up at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning, so I need my bedtime.
So's Katie.
Yeah, nice time to get up. That.
Oh, in it, yeah. Bless her.
This is an easy one for me. Home Alone or Jingle All the Way? Home Alone.
Home
easy.
Alone.
Yeah.
Home Alone. No question.
I do. I like Jingle All the Way, but
it's fun. My favourite line never gets mentioned. It's always put that cookie down. But my favourite is he turns around and he says to the camera, "I am not a pervert."
Yeah.
It's just like, okay.
So when he's getting walked off by the police, he's like, "Get your hands off me! I've done nothing wrong," or something like that.
Oh, it's brilliant. But Home Alone, even Home Alone 2 is better than Jingle All the Way.
I'd agree with that as well. I do like Home Alone 2 as well. Who's your least favorite director ever? I have an answer, but I don't know his name off the top of my head. But he's done a film I think you might actually like.
That's all right.
It is his name, Paul Feig, who done
Ghostbusters and Bridesmaids. And
I cannot stand him. Or not
have
him.
You seen A Simple Favor? Have you seen that one?
Yes. That one was probably the best of the ones I've seen from him.
Yeah, it's a good film.
I think I gave that a 3 star, to be fair, on my Letterboxd.
That's fine.
That's
pretty good, really.
I didn't like Last Christmas. Bridesmaids.
I like that. I enjoyed that.
I haven't actually logged Bridesmaids on Letterboxd. I didn't even realise.
Bridesmaids is good. It's funny.
I thought it was okay.
Well, for me, it's funny.
I don't know. Just really not a fan of his style or his humour.
What film do you think that I liked of his? What was the film?
I thought it might be the Ghostbusters one, but
well, that
yeah.
No,
No,
we won't talk about it.
No,
We won't talk about it.
Look, do you know what? I don't like it. I think I've given it a 1 or a 1.5 star, but I don't think it's absolutely awful, like the worst thing ever.
No,
There's
it's
a
not.
couple small things I don't mind about it, but
The
when
end
they
credits.
yeah, that was good. But when they killed Bill Murray, I was furious.
Yeah, that wasn't good. I think it's all right. I think it
Mm,
gets a lot of hate. I remember seeing it at cinema, and I was entertained. But it was. I know people hate it. It is a bad film. I can watch it. It's not my Ghostbusters. There are a
yeah.
couple of funny bits. The first 10 minutes actually is pretty
Mm,
good. It's
mm,
really good at the first like 10, 15 minutes when it's Ghostbusters,
yeah.
and it just turns into a bit of a, eh, it's all right.
I really loved the 3D effect they had on that movie, though. Do you know, like, when they
Yeah, but it's like coming out the widescreen.
yeah, I loved that, though. I thought that was, like, that's really cool, but
Yeah,
that was
they did.
about it.
That was good. That was clever.
Yeah,
There was a couple of funny bits, but it really needed a rewrite. It was
yeah.
yeah, it was a bit dire, but I didn't mind it. But yeah, it's not my favorite. It's
No.
probably my least favorite. Afterlife was fantastic.
I did really like that one. I did like that a lot, which I'm pleased. Do you know what? I've only cried once in the cinema.
Was it Afterlife?
It was Afterlife. Genuinely
Oh,
was.
me
And
too.
I'm not even like I like the first Ghostbusters a lot, but I'm not like a huge fan. But I think it's just because the guy had actually passed on, and they done
Yeah,
it
I mean,
perfectly.
yeah,
They just done it.
absolutely perfect how they done it. And
Yeah.
I remember because I've Ghostbusters is like just like as big as Ninja Turtles to me growing up.
Mhm.
It's up there with Turtles, and
Yeah.
I remember when they did the Turtles and Ghostbusters comic, I nearly peed.
Mm.
Um, but Ghostbusters when they, because it's not a spoiler, it's been out for years now. When them, because obviously Harold Ramis had passed, and I thought, how are they going to
Mm.
cover that? And they killed him off in the first scene. I thought, well, that'd be it. But no, at the end, they were so clever. It
Mhm.
wasn't. It was like just the hand being on
Yeah.
the
Mm.
the blaster, and it's slow and it goes quiet. You know, the
Yeah.
music and he stops and it pans round, and he's there helping the
Mm.
granddaughter. And like,
Mm.
oh my god! And then she gives him a hug. I'm like,
Mm.
oh, I was sat with Katie and I had tears coming down the
Yeah.
eyes, and Katie was looking at me like, "You all right? It's
Yeah.
fine. Just let me
One
be." But
one of my favourite bits of that scene actually was when the original Ghostbusters look at him, and you got the two of them there, like, and then Bill Murray looks at him. He's like, "Yeah, all right." He's
yeah,
sort of like a bit
yeah.
like,
I
"Oh,
knew you'd
that's
come.
yeah." I just love Bill Murray. He's so good at his comedic
Oh
timing.
yeah, oh
Um,
yeah. And there's rumors that this might be his last Ghostbusters film coming up.
maybe, maybe.
Maybe.
Mm,
I hope not, but it probably will be. But
yeah,
I just think he's Groundhog Day. Oh,
that's a
that's a
great
good one.
movie. Well, I always remember him
Groundhog
in
Day.
Zombieland as
Groundhog Day.
well.
Groundhog Day. Sorry.
I'll tell you what, we're gonna finish up with one more comment here. Because I always like to say, "Oh, we're gonna finish on one, bring one more up." I'm gonna bring up this person's comments because they've left loads of comments, and I feel a bit bad that we haven't
Oh,
done one of
sorry.
their comments yet. So I'm gonna bring up Marvelous here. Hello. Apologies, we're not getting to all your comments because there's a lot here. But hi, Jamie and Movie Bug James. What's your thoughts on Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire? Oh my god, I have been dying for this film. Yes, I have my excitement level for this. Is through the roof. I can't wait. Um, yeah, I'm really excited as well. I really liked Godzilla versus Kong. I thought, the things because I wasn't a huge fan on King of the Monsters, and the things I didn't like about that, where Godzilla would be fighting monsters, and then it would cut to the humans all the time. It's done the
Yeah.
opposite. It was like it just had the focus on the fights. It didn't cut much. It's like, yeah, I'm excited for this film. I am.
Yeah, I thought the trailer looked good, but
Mhm,
I thought some of the CGI looked a bit wobbly.
mhm.
I wasn't sure about the baby Kong or
Sh-
young
sh- I
maybe
was.
Godzilla and Kong had a thing and it's popped out. But I don't know. I just think the CGI looks good. I'm massive on this franchise. Love Godzilla. as you know. But it's like, I don't know. I think the problem is that you got this new one out, -1, that looks. And then go back to this. It looks.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm gonna see it. I love Godzilla versus Kong. I thought the fight in the city was phenomenal. How they did it. But I will go and see it. I think it looks good, and I have a few issues with the effects, but they've got time to do their magic. It's an early. It doesn't come. When does it come out? Is it March or April?
I think March rings a bell, but I could be wrong there. But yeah.
I know Ghostbusters is out in March, but yeah, I'm going to be positive and say I'm looking forward to it because I am.
Yeah.
I just you know, when you see these films on the big screen, it looks different to watching a little trailer on your phone or whatever.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure it'll be good. And Godzilla is cool, man.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm so wrapped up in the whole Godzilla stuff at the minute. I'm pretty buzzing for it. But I will say there's no doubt in my mind -1 will be the better Godzilla film. I'm looking forward to that more, the -1 film. But yeah, I am looking forward to the new Godzilla and Kong as well a lot. But anyway, yeah, we'll wrap things up there. Apologies to the comments we didn't get to. This always happens. I am sorry. But yeah, thank you so much, Jamie, for coming on today.
Thank you for having me on. I'm sorry I prattled on for too long as always.
Oh, mate, don't worry. It's you know, normally it's me that just I never seem to be able to get through the comments on my streams, but plus I'd rather.
If anybody's got any questions for me, leave it down in the comments afterwards, and I'll go through them and answer anything you wanted to ask me or anything. I'm happy to do that, so.
I mean, yeah. I mean, to be honest, as well, like the main thing about these streams is, you know, for us to have a good chat as well, and hopefully people enjoy watching that. So,
yeah.
But yeah, and anyone who's watching now, anyone who's watching on the playback, if you're not subscribed, I don't know why you aren't already. Make sure you go subscribe to Jamie. There is a link in the description to his channel.
Thank you for the plug.
No worries, mate. It's got to be done. It's got to be done. And yeah, thank you everyone for watching. I think my next stream is the 21st.
Oh,
I think it's the 21st. A couple of weeks off. Because it's not on my usual Monday slot. Because I had to rearrange with Paul, Big Paulie, and
that's gonna be good.
Yeah, and he couldn't do the Monday slots. So, but it was my fault because I had to rearrange. Like I've had to do with you twice this year because my schedule's become a right faff the last few weeks.
It's all good. It's all good.
Well, thank you for coming on again, mate, and thank you to everyone watching. And yeah, see you next time. Bye-bye, everyone.